Hey everybody, I am back here with an unboxing, so I'm very excited about doing this. Love to do that, love to get new shoes. So inside this bag, I have my latest acquisition. Thank you to the fan who bought these for me. You are awesome. You know who you are. Thank you. And I got a cool little tote bag too, so we'll talk about that. But these are from My Son Ernest. So they are a French shoemaker, kind of more boutique line of shoes. And they do a ton of different heels. They do a lot of very fetish type heels. So of course I love that. And then they also do lower heel heights. So check them out if you haven't. My Son Ernest. They're pretty great, and their owner is fantastic. She actually wrote me like a handwritten note, which was super sweet. So anyway, this tote bag that came with it was actually a little free gift, which is fantastic. And it's got the actual, spoiler alert, it has the actual pair of Mules that I ordered on as well. So doing that. So I haven't even opened this, so just wanted to show you guys. I did open it actually to look at the note, but that is it. So inside, I love their boxes because they've got like that red inside. Super fun. And then we've got heel taps, which is always great. Always a mark of a good shoemaker, and a nice dust bag done with their logo. They smell like France. They smell like perfume. So they smell really good. And then in here we have, you guys are going to be like, you already have these. And I'll be like, yes, but we have the favorite mule, which I have in red, except I bought them in black. So super duper excited about these. They are one of my all-time favorite insane heels. They're 140 millimeters. They're probably actually a little bit more than 140 just because of my size, which is 39. They're actually made in Italy, which is interesting, or at least the sole is. I would assume that the actual upper is assembled by My Son Ernest, but I would have to check on that. But yeah, so this is what I bought. I've been lusting after these for a while, and when somebody offered to buy them, I couldn't say no. So yeah, I want to talk a few things about the construction, and then I'll put them on and model them for you guys. I would say they aren't Louboutin quality. I'll come right out and say that. I don't think that they're as high quality as Louboutin, but they are really good. They're not as expensive as Louboutin, so I think the quality for what you get is very good. They are definitely a lot better than, you know, Steve Madden or that type of shoe. So I would definitely still kind of put them in maybe like the lower end designer category as far as quality of materials used. Their leather is really nice. It's kind of their patent is a little bit softer than a Louboutin patent, but it's still stiff enough to give it like kind of some structure, which is good. But there's just little things about them that you can kind of see, like the attention to detail. Like it's a little bit rough around here where they've put the sole on, but it looks good. I mean, you're not going to notice that. That's just for somebody like me that sees a lot of heels and sees a lot of different quality heels. Another thing I really love about theirs is that they do put a little bit of padding in. They're not like super extra padding like you'd get on a pair of Petered shoes, but there is a little bit more padding, and it actually makes them really comfortable to wear. So like if you wanted me to walk a mile in this or Hot Chicks, I would pick these because they're actually a little bit easier to walk in, even though they've got this really, really steep heel. Something else that I really like about this pair is this contrast red. I think that's super hot, especially with a mule, because you know you're going to see it with your foot. You know, it's so exposed. So I definitely like that. The bottom is a really nice, smooth black as well. So I think that's great. And then I will point out they have the dreaded seam that Mara hates, but they're not bad on here. They do a really good job of trying to like marry that seam and make it not like a ledge, because some seams is just so, the difference in thickness is so crazy that it makes it just really, really difficult to wear. But yeah, so those are some design things. Another thing that I will point out, and you'll see that on my red ones, and you'll see that on these as well, is that there is a tendency for a heel this high to kind of bend inwards. So I don't know if there's anything they can do about it. You know, I've talked to various people that are into shoes about this, and it seems like the consensus is if you're a really, really lightweight person, it's probably not going to happen. Let's say you weigh 90 pounds. I'm not somebody that weighs 90 pounds. You know, I'm way too tall for that. So I think I notice it more. And I don't like it. I don't love it, but it's just kind of natural, like I said, with a heel that big. Another shoe that does that on me is the Fetish. So if you see me in the Fetish heel, you can see the heel bending inward a little bit. It also is just kind of designed that way, and you can see like how close the distance is between the heel and the actual shoe. So that's kind of another thing. So yeah, let's put them on. It is an incredibly hot day for September, so I'm sorry that I'm sweaty. Okay, so perfect fit. I get them in a 39, so they are extremely true to size on me. The 39 is just absolutely perfect, which I love. Ooh, looks nice with the blue toes too. So yeah, here they are on. Like I said, I love that pop of the red. I think it's just super sexy. And I think that's kind of a little bit of a different, kind of almost, I don't know, like vintage or boudoir kind of look to them that I love. And that's one thing I love about these. I think that they are like an incredibly classic looking mule. And I don't think you find a lot of those, especially not right now. Like I said, I think most heel heights have really gone downward, and it's too bad because these are just such a fantastic shoe. Like I said, for a 140, they're incredibly comfortable. You know, I've worn them out on date nights and walked in them no problem. You know, I could do a longer walk in them and it wouldn't be awful either. So definitely a great shoe, not only for the style, but, you know, for some amount of practicality. Like I said, I think a hot chick is way harder to walk in than these. I also think that mules in general are really easy to walk in. Like when you've got that good angle on your foot, as I almost fall down, when you've got that good angle, it just kind of helps you to keep this shoe on, and it doesn't squish your toes, which is another great thing. Speaking of toes, I love that the peep on these is so minimal. You actually see 4 out of my 5 toes coming through, which I think is super sexy. So if you're somebody that's into like toes coming out of heels, like this is a great one, because I just think it looks, you know, super high end, and I think that like thin strap is very fetish as well. So gushing over these, but I really do like them. I've been looking forward to getting black ones for a long time. So yeah, they have a few other extreme type heels that I would love to get. So if there's anybody else out there that wants to sponsor a pair, you know, let me know. They've got like kind of a closed toe pump that is also a 140. And I think they've got one other 140 as well that looks very similar to this, but it's got an ankle strap. So look out, you know, maybe I'll get those at some point too. So, you know, wanted to show these off. The height is stunning on them. I think they go super well. Like if you were into like a pinup look or even just with leggings like I have it here, I think they just look super duper sexy. So just wanted to say thank you to everybody on Patreon and my other pay sites that helped me with this. Thank you so much. It is a joy. It is a total joy to be able to interact with you guys, for you guys to support what I do, and to just, you know, help me out. So if you haven't thought about joining Patreon, I'll of course put the link here. Your support supports everything we do. If it's buying heels such as these, buying new equipment, trying out new things, you guys are the ones that make this possible. You make it possible for me to buy way more shoes and review more shoes than I ever would be able to, you know, normally. So thank you so much. Thank you for making 2020 a fantastic year so far. And, you know, I hope everybody is staying safe, staying healthy, and tune back in soon for more reviews. Thank you guys.